Have you ever wondered why you act the way you do? Why do you sometimes act against your own best interests, even when you're aware of it? Why do you procrastinate on important tasks, let fears control you, or depend on others' opinions? Today, we will uncover the hidden mechanisms that drive our behavior and, most importantly, learn how to take control of them to change our lives. Imagine standing in front of two doors. One leads to a better version of yourself, your dreams, self-discipline, success, and happiness. The other leads back to your comfort zone, to old habits, to the life you're living now. The choice seems obvious, but here's the paradox. In reality, most people choose the second door without even realizing it. Why? Because our brains prioritize safety over growth. Change is stressful and the brain tries to avoid it. That's why, even when we know we should take action, we find countless excuses. Today is not the right day. I'll start on Monday. I'm not ready yet. Scientific research confirms that our habits shape us more than our conscious decisions. Scientists at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology conducted an experiment where rats had to navigate a maze to find chocolate at the end. At first, they explored the space randomly, but over time they developed a habitual route, and their brain activity significantly decreased. They were acting on autopilot. Humans function the same way. When we repeat an action long enough, it becomes automatic, even if it's harmful. For example, if you're used to stress eating or procrastinating, it's not a lack of willpower, it's a deeply ingrained neural pathway in your brain. The good news? It can be changed. Think about it. What habit is holding you back the most? It could be procrastination, negative thinking, unhealthy eating, or endless social media scrolling. Identify the situations that trigger these behaviors. Habits are always triggered by a cue. For example, stress may lead to overeating, boredom to social media use. Once you recognize your trigger, you can consciously replace the response. If you stress eat, try going for a walk instead. Your brain will resist at first, but after 21 days, the new behavior will become second nature. But why is change so difficult? One reason is fear. In 1,967 psychologists conducted an experiment with dogs placed in cages where they received small electric shocks. Initially, the dogs tried to escape, but after realizing they couldn't, they stopped resisting. Even when the cage was later opened, they didn't attempt to leave. This is called learned helplessness, a state where people convince themselves they can't change, even when they actually can. This experiment reflects real life. Someone might want to switch careers but convinces themselves that all jobs are the same. Someone might want to improve their personal life but fears rejection. We sit in open cages, but we don't leave because past failures have conditioned us to believe we can't. How do we break free? The first step is realizing that our limits exist only in our minds. The second step is taking small actions. If big changes scare you, start with something simple. Send one job application. Introduce yourself to one new person. Take one step toward a goal you've been putting off. Sometimes it's not just fear that holds us back, but also the people around us. In 1951, Solomon Asch conducted an experiment where he showed a group of people 3 lines of different lengths and asked them to identify the longest one. However, most participants were actors who deliberately chose the wrong answer. As a result, 75% of the real participants also gave the wrong answer, just because they didn't want to go against the majority. This experiment proves how much we are influenced by those around us. Think about it. Does your environment support you, or does it hold you back? Often our loved ones, without realizing it, plant fears in us. Just be like everyone else. Don't take risks. Stay in your lane. To change your life, seek out like-minded people, those who have already achieved what you aspire to. But how do we actually change our behavior? Happiness researcher Shawn Achor discovered the 20-second rule. If you reduce the effort needed to start a good habit, your chances of following through increase dramatically. He wanted to learn guitar but kept procrastinating, so he placed the guitar right next to his couch. just 20 seconds away from picking it up. The result? He started playing regularly. This method works for anything. If you want to read more, keep a book within reach. If you want to exercise, lay out your workout clothes the night before. Now, you have knowledge about the psychology of behavior, but knowledge without action is just information. Think about it. What's one behavior you want to change right now? It could be breaking a bad habit, overcoming a fear, improving your environment, or adopting a new positive ritual. Write in the comments what first step you will take today. The key takeaway: you are not a prisoner of your own behavior. Your habits, fears, and external influences are not a life sentence. They are just programs that can be rewritten. Start small, and over time your life will transform. The most important thing? Take action.